official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Atlanta Braves baseball is presented by Truist. And boy, does it feel good to be back here at Truist Park on a gorgeous Tuesday evening.
Play. That's not giving up on a play right there. Great job by the young second baseman.
Avene Michael Conforto leaps against the wall and makes the catch. Oh, a great play by Dane Myers.
Osuna with a good reaction. The ball will find you.
Long hop running underneath it. Mayo's got it. Jump throw onto first. In time to get the speed of Ruiz.
Running out of
room. He got it. Leaping at the wall.
Jacob Young sprinting in. Throw right on the money.
Off his back foot, throws a strike to first. What a play by Jeff McNeil.
What a play. And the Rays defense ends the inning.
nice snag by Berger. Good throw to first, and Gord gets there ahead of Schumann.
Has room, and he makes the play.
On the run is Bellinger, and he makes the play. He's so athletic. You see him make this catch pretty easy.
Jack.
Chicago Cubs Baseball Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by the Bob Lacurcio Auto Group. You're going to like buying a car.
In that catching spot, and then you also get that red-hot bat that you guys mentioned of Michael Conforto, also in the lineup. Now,
Baldwin is their catcher leading off. Ozzie Albies batting second and playing second base. Matt Olson at first base. Michael Harris, 2 in center. Mauricio Dubon, the left fielder. Austin Riley batting sixth and playing third base. Dominic Smith, the designated hitter, batting eighth at shortstop. Ha-Sung Kim and Mike Yastrzemski batting ninth and playing right field. We're ready to go. The Cubs are in Atlanta, back to get it started right after this. You are listening to The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Listen for the great Cubs guests all season long on 104.3 The Score, the official radio home of the Cubs.
This is Modelo Especial, a full-flavored golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste from start to finish. Brewed with time, effort, and determination to get the balance just right. Because when a beer is made right, you can feel it. Modelo Especial, the model for everyday beer. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It's game time. That makes the perfect time for a flight by Yuengling. Just 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and packed with flavor. Flight is the next generation of light beer from the oldest brewery in America. Look for Flight wherever you buy beer. And Patrick, after a well-needed off day for the Cubs, and I'll say for all of us, actually, this is going to be a fun series. It's one of those series early in the year. Got to preface that early in the year, but you got two teams that have been the best, two teams in the National League so far this season.
Very similar records, Ron. Cubs 27-14, Braves 28-13. What a gorgeous night. Game time temperature 71. Sponsored by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. Cubs wearing their traveling dark blue shirts with red numbers on their backs, gray trousers, blue helmets, and a variety of shoe colors. We are ready for baseball as Nico Horner steps in to face the right-hander Grant Holmes. First pitch outside, and away we go. Braves in their home white unis, red numbers on their backs. They've got red bills and blue hats up on top. Here comes the 1-0 to Nico. Wrapped foul off to the right, out of play. Horner trying to get something going right away. The Cubs leadoff man presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Nico does get a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to service dog charities If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Horner hitting a sturdy .278. The pitch by Holmes, lashed foul off to the right. Ron, if you were in that Cubs lineup tonight, what would be your plan against Grant Holmes?
Well, Holmes, to me, it's a fastball slider combination are the two primary pitches. Four-seam, slider, and then he'll mix in the other pitches.
Bouncer foul off the hands.
But early in the ball game, you got to see what fastball he's using, because he throws one that he gets underneath and rides up, and then the other one has a little more movement to it and stays down. I would think he's going to stay with his high fastball for the most part and that slider.
Nico pops it foul, out of play, spoiling a pretty good breaking ball.
That was the slider. Pretty good pitch, and he has good location with that slider.
Uniform descriptions we gave you brought to you by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. As Horner hits a bouncer slowly toward third. Going to be a tough play for a charging Riley. Gloves it, throws to first to get him. It's hard to get a good jump out of the box sometimes, Ron, when you get jammed, and I think that more than anything is what cost Nico an infield hit.
Yeah, that's the fastball I was just talking about, where he gets underneath it, his elbow drops a touch, and then he pushes that fastball up and it runs into the right-handed hitter. It came up and then it was not a strike, and as you pointed out, jammed Nico, so you don't get a good jump out of the box at all.
Here's Michael Conforto batting and taking a little bit high. Yeah, Benjamin Moore, they sponsor the uniform descriptions. They are the official paint of the Chicago Cubs. The umpires tonight, Tyler Jones calling balls and strikes. Check swing, that'll be a strike. He tried to hold up, couldn't do it on a good bender. Sean Barber, the first base umpire. John Libka out at second, and James Hoye, H-O-Y-E, will make the calls over at third. The announcement of the umpire sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. And relationships with umpires matters too. Here's a fastball in there for a strike, and they count 2-2. I'll bet you had a pretty good rapport with umpires.
Yeah, for most part, I would say. Being a corner infielder, you see the guys a lot, so that was beneficial.
The pitch to Conforto, swing and a miss, strike three. First strikeout of the night. Grant Holmes is a big right-hander. He's a Southern boy from South Carolina. Born in the town of Conway, still makes his home in Conway. He made his big league debut a year ago at the age of 29. He's a 6-footer, weighs 226. You know he played some football somewhere along the way. Bounce to short, fielded by Kim, over to first. Cubs go quietly in inning number 1. 1, 2, 3, on to the bottom of the first, no score. Cubs are in Atlanta on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Ian Happ. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
It's a good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody gonna take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it.
Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this batter, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back?
To get back.
Okay, you can continue talking.
And you're just going to hold on to it?
Yeah. Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, placata.
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for Miggy. Just saying.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
The lights are on. Tonight's game is powered by ComEd. Now Colin Ray will take the mound. 0-0 game. Drake Baldwin, last year's National League Rookie of the Year, to lead things off. Kind of a rarity, Ron. He is a leadoff batter, and he's a catcher.
Yeah, you don't see that too often, that's for sure. That'll tell you what kind of athlete Baldwin is, and he's off to a great start, hitting right at 300. How about 10 bombs for your leadoff hitter with 32 driven in?
Here's the first pitch by Ray. It's in there for a strike. Braves come in riding high. They had a good West Coast trip, going 6-3, including taking 2 out of 3 at Dodger Stadium over the weekend. Smacked on the ground to first, glove by Bush, moving toward the line. Gloves it cleanly, shovels it to Ray on the bag. Good play by both men. It's out number 1. Score that one 3-1. As you think of Colin Ray, Ron, what comes to mind tonight?
I think doing what he just did. He's a very high rated ground ball. I think against this lineup that he's going to face with a lot of hot hitters, and guys that are driving the ball out of the ballpark. If you can induce a bunch of ground balls, we know the Cubs infield defense might be the best in all of baseball. So that is a big plus. But Counsell said something in the manager's show that stuck with me. When you're facing a lineup that has a bunch of hot hitters, you can't be afraid to throw strikes. You got to pump strikes in there. As Albies gets that one off to the left. But you still got to be on the attack in the strike zone to be effective. And I think that's where you'll see, Colin Ray, as his being a veteran, will be in the zone.
There's a pitch that just missed. And that makes sense what Craig said. When you think about it, they're hot hitters. Now, if you give them an advantageous count of 2-0 or 3-1, they're even better hitters.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So you got to pitch ahead in the count.
Fouled away by the left-handed batting Ozzie Albies.
But you pitch ahead in the count, use your pitches, but you've got to stick to your strengths, too. And that, for Colin Ray, has been command and the ground ball.
Albies hitting .306. Lines went down the right field line, foul. Went down and hit a low off-speed pitch, kind of golfed it foul. What a night, though, here in Georgia. Well, there's a few little small clouds in the area, but nothing major. Lots of blue skies, 71 degrees. Perfect. Next pitch, check swing, no swing, says third base umpire James Hoy. This is the 10th year of this ballpark. Truist Park. It plays fair, I would say. There's a pitch that just missed up high. You don't see a lot of cheap home runs here, Ron. I think it plays pretty fair.
Yep, Ballesteros is going to challenge this high breaking ball. He thinks it's a strike. The ball just missed.
So the Cubs have lost one of their 2 challenges. Albies at .306. He's always had some pop. Little left-handed batter waiting. Has a very distinctive wide open stance. He pulls a ground ball to the right side. Fielded by Bush. Underhand feed to Ray. And the first 2 Braves both bounce out with the scoring going 3-1. 0-0 game, and the batter Matt Olson, and he's been a power source for this Braves team this year.
Yeah, he really has. 14 and 36. And hitting around 300. That's the big thing. First inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Olson, 14 home runs already. And I would say in a spot like this, he might very well be trying to launch one. 2 down, nobody on. Why not?
Good fastball by Ray, 95 miles an hour. Speed gun powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
325 down the lines. 375 to right center, 385 to left center, 400 to straightaway. Here's a drive toward left. It's going to be playable for Happ over toward the line. It's an easy play, and both starters work 1, 2, 3. It's on to inning number 2 in a 0-0 game. On the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. And toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell.
He'll be all right.
He put this show on, and he got a standing ovation.
Sitting on for the Dodgers.
Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Top 2 Cubs and Braves are scoreless. Our second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, delivering crisp, refreshing flavors that hit every time.
Someone else here in the ballpark, he's been drinking some of that Sea Glass wine here early. Woo! I need what he's drinking on the scoreboard there, because that's
fired up.
He's fired up. Wow, we're on the second inning.
I knew it was a big series, Ron.
We've had 4 ground balls and a pop-up, and he's...
Ian Happ will lead off the second inning.
Series.
And a pitch on the way to Ian. It's inside for a ball. They had 3 men up on the video board. The man in the middle appeared to eject the other 2 guys from the ballpark.
Woo! Wow.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and it's inside for a ball.
Your expression on your face looking at that guy was priceless. Wow.
Just when you think you've seen it all.
Oh, it's good.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch on the way to Ian Happ. A swing and a miss. They had a moment of silence for both Ted Turner and Bobby Cox, 2 legendary figures. Ted, of course, the owner of the Braves. Bobby Cox, the longtime manager. Swinging a drive by Happ to right. On the run, Yastrzemski makes the catch over toward the line. Hard line drive. The left-handed right fielder ran over, made the catch at about shoulder level, and that's out number 1. But good wood for Ian Happ. Scoreless game, and the batter is Seiya Suzuki.
Yeah, but getting back to the Ted Turner and Bobby Cox ceremony they had before, very nice what the Braves did. It's just, 2 legends in our game. Played many games against Bobby Cox, when I was playing, and, never really got to know him, but have never heard a bad word ever expressed about Bobby, and he was in our game a long, long time.
Swing and a miss by Seiya. No, I knew him just to say hello. I didn't really spend much time around him. I did meet Ted Turner at one point many, many years ago.
Same. And he, in their ceremony, they were talking about Ted Turner being, the influence he had in this town with Braves baseball and turning this franchise around and turning them into a power and, what he called America's team.
And beyond that, Ron, the Superstation, which put games on television all over the world, really. that was in the forefront, and he became one of the first to do that. And then the Cubs had WGN putting their games all over, and he was innovative in the broadcasting aspect of the game as well. Here comes the 2-2 and a swing and a miss by Seiya. There has not been a base runner in this game so far. We're in the bottom of the second inning. 2 down, nobody gone, and the batter is Michael Busch.
Pretty good slider from Holmes. That's what they're talking about, the fastball slider combination. Feel like a Bosch prediction brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosch. Now, Zach didn't have much success in his Bosching on, what's today, Tuesday, on Sunday. Would you like to go ahead and make a prediction and feel like a Bosch today, partner?
I suppose I do. If I have to feel like a Bosch, I guess I can.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but go ahead and start Bosching.
Michael Busch. I've been teeth Bosching quite a bit lately. 1 ball and 1 strike on Busch. Let me see. I'll guess, and I was looking at some of the attendance. They've been drawing very well. I don't think we're going to have many empty seats tonight. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's inside. I'll say 37,473.
That's your Bosch prediction?
It is. That's my prediction for both the attendance and the Bosch.
Okay.
Did I go out of order?
No, I think you're right where you need to be.
What did Al Pacino say? You're out of order. You're out of order.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like that for a minute.
Do you remember?
I jumped the gun.
I think you were just fine. We've got to do both at the same time. So you knocked them. That's just, using your words.
Michael Busch has just drawn a walk. 2 down and a man at first, and here's Moises Ballesteros.
Did you write down the number he gave Z?
I didn't. I was so transfixed by what he was boshing about. I didn't know where he was going.
Okay, let's see. We need a prediction then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's a swing and a line drive off the glove of Albies. He runs over, picks it up, and backhands it to first to get Ballesteros. A searing line drive hit by the Cubs catcher, Moises Ballesteros. The second baseman staggered as he reached for it, got leather on it. The ball bounced out of his glove and rolled over toward the first baseline. He ran after it, grabbed it, and backhanded the throw to get by.
And there it is, a base hit to center field. It's an RBI single for Spencer Jones. His family loves it, and the Yankees are up 2-0.
Jesus Rodriguez came up with the money hit.
Take a look at what Jacob deGrom has done.
7 shutout innings for deGrom, 10 strikeouts. What a performance.
Nowhere to put Muncy. The pitch. Ripped to right, going back wide. He's on the warning track. He jumps, and he made the catch. The play of the series.
2 outs in the 9th. Terang in the center field. And there she goes! The Brewers get a walk-off on Mother's Day. And it is Terang who wins it.
They say it's a game of numbers. Pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Life's easier when you've got the Consumers Credit Union team cheering for you. Partner with the people in your corner today at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Join us on Wednesday, May 20th to celebrate Mexican Heritage. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs Mexican Heritage jersey. Don't miss out on this offer. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Bottom of inning number 2, 0-0 game. Colin Ray delivers to Michael Harris II, and Michael bounces it foul. Michael wearing some bright green. Would those be lime colored, Ron? Would that be the accurate color?
That could be. Yeah, they're very, very bright.
He takes inside for a ball, 1-1.
I would say in a dark room, you would not need lights if you wore them in a dark room.
High fly ball, right center field. Back toward the warning track is PCA with room. Makes the catch about a step shy of the warning track in deep right center. 0-0 game. Second inning. One away in the batter, Mauricio Dubon.
A good pitch. Just got in on Harris enough to keep it in the ballpark. Defensive alignment, speaking of PCA, sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Playing pretty much straight away against most of these Atlanta hitters so far.
Dubon has a very distinctive wide open stance. His left foot, his lead foot, he's a right-handed batter, way over near the restraining line of the batter's box. Here's a swing and a foul out of play. I'm guessing many years ago he tried that in one game. He went 4 for 4, drove in about 5 runs, and said, "I've got myself a stance."
Yeah. This is we're going with this, absolutely.
Here's a liner towards second. One hop, backing up is Horner to make the play. Gets his man at first. Nico read that liner accurately, backing up. You don't want to try to run in and catch a ball unnecessarily, and he showed good patience and made the play.
Yeah, ball hit sharply. One hop to Nico.
Scoreless game, second inning. Austin Riley the batter. Riley swings and misses, 0-1. Riley, one of the few Braves not hitting that well early in the year. .213 batting average. He does have 5 homers, and he's driven in 24. He swings and fouls it away, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, but you look at the first 5 guys are swinging. First 4 have been outstanding, around 300. Big home run and RBI numbers for the top 4 guys in this lineup.
Yeah, the 0-2 to Riley. Lifted to right center. Pretty well hit. Deep back toward the wall. Pete Armstrong makes a leaping catch. Fantastic play by the kid. On the dead run, he ran up, caught the ball, hit the wall before he hit the ground, and hung on to the baseball. Tremendous play by Pete Armstrong.
Have you seen? You can't make any better a play than that. He had to go a long way. And the fearlessness.
Welcome to the Jacob Young world.
That looks ticketed for right field.
Steer giving up the body.
Leaps up and makes the catch for the out.
He makes a sliding play.
Run down by Perkins.
Cole Young, a possible game-saving play. Very fine play, Jordan Beck.
Freeland made a marvelous catch and stopped that ball from airmailing into center field.
Durant's throw is in time.
This was beautiful.
Dives and he made the catch. What a play by Tyrone Taylor.
That was something that you will only see the best to ever do it pull off.
And top shelf for Perdomo.
This is textbook. This is that throw to the second base side of the bag. That throw is there on purpose, so you can do that.
And O'Hearn jumps up and makes the catch. That's Brian O'Hearn.
And he's got it. Walled into the wall.
Does he have it? He does. What a catch by Eli White.
He didn't even look to see where the wall was. He was going to catch that baseball.
Priority called on Lofton, and it drops.
Whoa.
He does not lack energy.
Rain earlier today. Grass still a little wet.
First big league strikeout for Roldy Munoz, and you can put an exclamation point on it.
That's a weird one. Fenway special.
After review, the call of the field is a home run. The ball hit the foul pole.
Trevor Story, home run.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
think leftover steak de burgo would be good as a sandwich?
Ron, you never have leftover steak de burgo.
And I guess I better order 2.
Des Moines, it's a trip. Make it yours at catchdesmoines.com.
Hey fans, why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
Dansby Swanson's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
Grant Holmes has some of the longest hair of any pitcher in the National League. Flowing way out the back of his cap and down onto his shoulders. First pitch to Dansby Swanson is low and outside for a ball. As a rookie a year ago, he was 4-9, but he did have one amazing performance. He struck out 15 batters in a game against Colorado on June 15. You've got to really be dealing in the big leagues, Ron, to strike out 15 men.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He's one of those guys that, it took him a while to get to the big leagues, but he's got great arm action. When I watch him, he should have a good changeup, but he throws a lot of fastball slider, but his arm action's very good.
1-1 to Swanson, swing and a miss on a breaking ball, 1-2. This year he is 2-1. Talking about Grant Holmes, the Braves pitcher. His ERA about 4.3. There has not yet been a base hit in this game. Fans still filing in. It's going to be a full house, I believe.
Yeah, he kind of expected that, and the Cub fans, they're going to be filing out down here to Atlanta to watch Cubs play this week.
Swanson played with these Braves for 7 years. He bounces one to short. Picking it up is Kim, and he throws out a hustling Dansby Swanson. Out number 1. Dansby, part of their World Series championship team a few years back. 2021. He had a pretty good year that year, too. Yeah. 27 home runs and 88 RBIs for the world champs. One away, third inning, no score. The batter, Pete Crow Armstrong. Pete takes down low. Sometimes when a guy makes a great defensive play, it fires him up for his next at-bat.
Well, if that's the case, he's going to hit one out of the state, because that last catch he just made, he's made some really good plays in the outfield, but that one, from where he took off to catching that ball, that was an incredible catch.
He swings and misses. The count 1-1.
I thought it was going to be a home run or at the very top of the wall. I didn't think Pete had much of a chance at all of even getting to that ball, much less make a catch. What a play.
He just glided over, running at full speed, but looking very graceful in doing so. And he was under control the entire play. He made the leap, he caught the ball, and then gently collided with the wall and came down with the ball like it was no big deal. An amazing athlete, Pete Crow Armstrong, when you consider speed, agility, power. Here's the pitch on the way. He hits a chopper foul right side.
This third inning is brought to you by Consumers Credit Union. People in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go. Consumers Credit Union.
Atlanta with a 9-game lead in the National League East. They're threatening to run away with that thing. Pete swings and misses on a breaking ball in the dirt, and that is out number 2. Strikeout number 3 for Grant Holmes. No score, third inning. The batter, Nico Horner. But you look at that division, you got the Braves on top. Yep. Nobody else is even at 500. You've got the Phillies, Miami, and Washington, all with records of 19 and 22. And the Mets 10 games below the break-even point at 15 and 25. So that division is the Braves to win. Although the Phillies are playing better under Don Mattingly. They've won 7 of their last 10.
Well, and that Phillies lineup and that ball club, that's a really good team. They just had some bad things happening for a little while. And, I just don't believe it's the issue of Rob Thompson. But, at the end of the day, Don Mattingly there now, and you know, they're playing good baseball. And Donnie is one of the most respected guys in the game that I've ever been around. So he's got him playing well.
Warner hits a fly ball to shallow right. Drifting in is Yastrzemski over near the line. Makes the catch to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Cubs offense doing nothing so far. After 2.5, it remains nothing game. Cubs and Braves on the score.
Murakami to pull. 1-2 from Sandy. That one cut on and missed. And Murakami swings over the top of it. Another punch out for Munetaka Murakami.
Well, I'm going to say that was a changeup.
Yeah.
But either way, it was a nasty pitch down and away from Murakami.
Got him. Changeup. 2 away.
Boy, this has been Picasso, Rembrandt, everything put together with the way he's worked on the mound, with the stuff he's had, the location.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Tag and more. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Bottom 3, Cubs and Braves are scoreless. It's sunny and 70 degrees here in Atlanta. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Pat?
Pitchers have dominated the early chapters of our story. Scoreless game, bottom of the 3rd. Colin Ray of the Cubs has set down all 6 Braves batters, and he'll face Dominic Smith, Ha-Sung Kim, and Mike Yastrzemski here in the bottom of the 3rd. Ray always works from the stretch. He brings the first pitch in there for a called strike. Dominic Smith hitting .329, 4 home runs. He's driven in 18. The next pitch fouled away, 0-2. Colin Ray has never lost a decision to Atlanta, a team against whom he is 2-0 with an ERA of just under 4. It's his 7th career start against Atlanta. But with all the injuries the Cubs have had on their staff, Colin Ray has stepped up and filled one of those starting spots very capably so far. Check swing, did he go? No swing.
This is really year 2 that he's done that, right? Last year he did the same thing. He was like, you know, whether he's the 5th or 6th starter, and season started, he was in a rotation because of some injury and never gave up his spot. He has been, you know, one of those guys that when you start thinking about heroes of your team that save seasons and keep you going forward instead of taking 2 steps back, he fits that. He has been very good for the Cubs.
Very low key, very quiet, but very professional. Always seems to be ready to do his job, and he'll fill any job you ask him to do. Bullpen, fine. Start, fine. Long man, okay. Here's a swing and a foul back. Want me to work short relief? I can do that too.
Yeah, he's been outstanding for the Cubs.
Dominic Smith, left-handed batter, the DH for Atlanta. No score. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. A little bit low for a ball. 3-2. We're just getting started. We're going to play 3 straight night games here in Georgia. Shota Imanaga pitching tomorrow night against J.R. Ritchie. The next pitch, line drive, base hit, right center. Over to pick it up is Suzuki. It's a leadoff single for Dominic Smith. And that is the game's very first base hit for either team. And it comes with nobody out here in the bottom of the third.
Pretty good swing by Smith, because this pitch from Colin Ray is a good pitch. It's a backdoor slider, and it's on the outside corner. And Smith just goes out and covers that ball and hits a line drive into the gap in right center.
Ha-Seong Kim, a right-handed batter. He'll take outside.
Now,
Kim
Zach,
playing in his first game with Atlanta.
Zach was just telling me in between innings we need to come up with the attendance guesses for the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Now, do you remember your guess by chance? Or would you like to make a guess?
One question at a time.
How about if you just make a guess?
I'd be happy to.
There we go.
Would that be for tonight or tomorrow night?
Whichever you prefer. I'll write it down, and we can use it for both nights if you'd like.
I think I said something around the 39,000 neighborhood.
All right. Should I write 30?
I believe I said 39,793. Here is a swing and a foul back out of play. I didn't think I'd have to be called to repeat it, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
I'll say 38,500.
I'll say 40,000 on the dot.
Put a lot of thought into that, didn't you, Zach? Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way, and it's taken down low for a ball, 2-2. I do see some Cub fans when we talk about the attendance. A lot of blue shirts. Many of them have the name Coomer on the back. This must be selling like hotcakes. Here's the 2-0, low and outside for a ball. Ron smiling. You get a little cut off of each of those sales, don't you?
I was slapping 20s on those people out front.
It's very generous of you. Here's a swing and a foul off to the right out of play.
By the way, got any cash on you?
You've been doing a lot of slapping lately.
Yeah. It's been an
you can get
expensive
carried
trip.
away with that. Not that I would know, but 3-2. Let's keep an eye on the runner, Smith. He's being held by Bush. Smith not running, and the pitch bouncing ball right side. Tough play for Nico. Diving stop. Gets up and throws him out. A brilliant play by Nico Horner. He took a base hit away from Ha-Seong Kim. And that might have saved the whole inning, Ron. We'll see, but beautiful play by Nico.
Yeah, if this ball gets past Nico, it's for sure first and third and nobody out. Instead, Nico makes the play and gets Kim at first base. Just an incredible play. And now the Cubs, in the first couple innings, have made two incredible plays so far in this ballgame.
One by PCA, and now Nico, and I can see a gold glove in both of their futures.
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
even multiple gold gloves for each guy.
Tough plays of the game, sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. And I think we got our catch of the game, too, has already happened in center field. So, you know, catch of the game, that's sponsored by Catch Des Moines. That play was a real trip, and so is Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours at CatchDesMoines.com. Pete Crow Armstrong with, you know, one of the great catches you're going to see all season long in that second inning.
Mike Yastrzemski, left-handed batting outfielder, the grandson of the legendary Carl Yastrzemski, former batting champion and Triple Crown winner with the Boston Red Sox of yesteryear. Here's the 2-1. Yastrzemski lifting one foul off to the left out of play.
I would think don't you think it would be tough being a big league player with the last name of Yastrzemski?
Big shoes to fill.
Big shoes, right? Yeah.
You automatically come with expectations. Here's the 2-2. Lined in a shallow left. It's going to be a base hit. Happ's going to come up throwing toward the plate. The throw home is not in time. Braves lead 1-0. Mike Yastrzemski, a soft run-scoring single into left field. And the Braves take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third.
Yastrzemski just goes the other way and dumps this ball in the left center field. Ian has to range well over to his left to get to this ball. And because of that, he's not able to really get behind his throw as much as he'd probably like. And he'll drive in the first run of the ballgame.
For Yastrzemski, his 7th run batted in. Well, you think about the play that Nico made earlier. Otherwise, this could be a real hassle. As it is, 1 away, a run in, a man at first. Drake Baldwin waiting, left-handed batting catcher, and he'll take a strike.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Baldwin, the Rookie of the Year last season. Good-looking hitter. Got some pop, too, with 10 home runs. Here comes the 0-2 now from Ray to Baldwin. And it's lifted foul and out of play. I remember reading a column about Baldwin. I appreciated how thoughtful and classy he was. He was talking about Cade Horton, the Cubs right-handed pitcher who was the runner-up to the Rookie of the Year. Here comes the stretch. And the 0-2 instead of toss to first. But Drake's comments were along the lines of, Cade Horton is a very good pitcher, and I would not have been surprised if he would have been the Rookie of the Year instead of me. And you don't hear that from young guys very often. I was very impressed. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Maybe the best breaking ball that we've seen from Colin Ray so far. 2 down, a man at first, 1-0 Atlanta, and the batter is Ozzie Albies.
That's a good slider down and in from Ray after a couple good fastballs and then the breaking ball down. Tough pitch not to swing at, but it's not a strike.
Albies, a little dynamo, does not look like he'd be a power hitter. Don't be misled. This guy's got some pop. He always has had extra base power. Switch hitter, red batting gloves on either hand. Wide open stance from the left side. Hits a bouncer, 1 hop to Bush. He'll kick the cushion to end the inning. 3 unassisted. Braves get a run. Yastrzemski gets the RBI. It's on to inning number 4. Cubs need some runs. Braves 1, Cubs 0 on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
What's the matter with Johnson? Got a toothache or something. Wait a minute, he lost a tooth. He lost a tooth. The legend of Randy Johnson.
He throws so hard that his teeth out.
Oh, that hurts, doesn't it? Well, quit doing it then. He picked something off the ground.
Yeah.
I think a tooth fell out. Put it under your pillow at the Sheridan tonight.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time. It is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops. Any relation to Grant? I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Alan Rodin. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at it's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
Time to check the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Citgo. That's right, Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. I had to find the page. It took a little bit of time. Anyway, we got there. Bottom of the 6th inning. Guardians lead the Angels 2-1. Angel Martinez with a solo shot for Cleveland. The Yankees leading the Orioles 6-0. Now bottom of the 5th inning at Camden Yards. Trent Grisham, a 3-run shot. Nationals 3, Reds 1. They're in the bottom of the 4th. James Wood and Luis Garcia go back-to-back.
All right, Zach, we go to inning number 4. Michael Conforto first up. What else you got?
Well, the Pirates lead the Rockies, Pat, 2-0 in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Nick Gonzalez with an RBI single. The Phillies lead the Red Sox 2-0, top of the sixth at Fenway. Kyle Schwarber goes deep again. He's got 17 home runs this season. The Rays leading the Blue Jays 3-0 after 3. Cedric Mullins a 2-run single.
Grant Holmes fires. Here's a swing and a miss by Conforto.
Dylan Dingler with a solo home run, his fifth. Tigers on top of the Mets 2-1 in the top of the third.
Is that his real name, Zach? Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way down low to Michael Conforto.
Yes, I did not check the birth certificate, but yes, the Tiger goes by the name Dylan Dingler.
Hey, Zach, let me ask you real quick. Who's the sponsor of the scoreboard?
Citgo, you heard right.
The 1-2 pitch is dribbled foul. Have you checked many other birth certificates lately, Zach?
I have not, but you put me on the spot there.
Yeah, it's none of my business.
It's a personal question regarding Dylan Dingler.
Get used to it. That's not going away anytime soon.
Here's the pitch to Conforto, fouled on the ground right side.
Can I check some of the other scores going on?
Please do.
The
I
Royals.
thought you were done.
No.
We'll be back in a couple innings. You go right ahead, buddy.
We also have a station identification to get in at some point here. Royals lead the White Sox 2-0. Bottom two, Salvador Perez with a solo shot, number 6 for him.
Conforto swings and taps it foul.
The Marlins and Twins are scoreless in the bottom of the second inning in Minnesota. Padres and Brewers underway in Milwaukee. No score there in the last of the second. And that's it for the scoreboard to this point, Pat.
You may want to update some of those early scores you gave, Zach. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Conforto. It's taken outside for a ball. Cubs need some runs. I was looking back over the book. They got shut out the last 2 games in Texas. They have not scored in the first 3 innings tonight, nor did they score in the final 2 innings on Friday night against the Rangers. So it's been 23 innings without a run. And Ron and Zach, there are just too many good hitters in this Cubs lineup for this to continue much longer.
Yeah, I would agree. And, you understood in Texas, with all the baseball, that it was going to be tough going in Texas, and we saw that the last 2 days. Hopefully this streak will end this inning. Cubs will get back on track.
Conforto strikes out. Let's take 10 seconds for station ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score on Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Grant Holmes with 4 strikeouts early in the game. Here's Alex Bregman. And the first pitch called a ball. The Braves catcher Baldwin wants to challenge. And let's see what's going to happen as we watch the video replay.
Calls overturned. Atlanta has 2 challenges
Good challenge
remaining.
by Baldwin. It was a strike. So the count 0-1 on Alex Bregman.
I'm going to say this about Bregman. I think Bregman gets more calls that pitches down, called against him in challenges, and pitches called strikes against him at the top of the zone that it just doesn't seem right. It seems like all these pitches are high, and I just don't know if you can swing at that and it ends up being a strike.
Now, as you say that, Ron, Bregman himself wants to challenge this last pitch that just came in. He immediately tapped his helmet, thinking the ball was out of the zone.
That's an inside slider, and that's a strike.
The call is confirmed. Chicago is out of challenges.
And it hit the strike zone. Cubs trailing 1-0, top of the 4th inning. And now it's a ball and 2 strikes on Alex Bregman. Cubs are out of challenges. Here's a pitch low and outside for a ball.
ABS challenges and instant replays. The ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
Thinking of something you were talking about regarding when to use challenges the other day, Ron. I think we were in Texas. And you have to be careful using them too early in a game. Here's a chopper foul unless there's something really significant that might be going on in the game at that time.
Yep. Yeah, no, I would agree. I think that last challenge by Bregman, he was upset that the high pitch was called on him, and he thought maybe he can get a pitch back. I think that was a frustration challenge by him on that inside fastball.
2-2 to Alex is down low, 3-2.
You know, this is just an observation from just watching every game. I really think he gets a lot more pitches at the top of the zone called against him that, you know, because he's not a tall guy, that to me just don't seem like strikes. Like they should be out of the zone up.
3-2, hit in the air, deep left field. This ball's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Alex Bregman. Ball game tied 1-1, and the scoreless streak is over. I should have brought that up in the Sunday game over in Texas.
Yeah, right. That's one way to eliminate that high pitch being called against you. You just get your hands up above the ball and just hammer on it. And he hooks this ball down the line right into the Cubs bullpen. But high gas, this ball is probably mid-chest. And he gets on top of it and hits it into the seats. That's a great swing by Bregman.
Ball game tied at 1. First hit for the Cubs. Bregman's 4th home run of the season. And Ian Happ takes outside for a ball. It's his 14th run batted in. And sometimes, Ron, all it takes is one run to loosen everybody up. Just relax, go up and take your regular swings, and then you can score a bunch.
And he needs it, too. He has been a guy that's had some struggles here as of late, and he really when he gets hot here in the middle of this Cubs lineup's going to get hot. He's one of those guys.
Happ lined out his first time. Ian's streak of reaching base ended on Sunday at 30 games as he takes down low for a ball. 2-1 on Ian Happ. And you can hear the Cub fans kind of buzzing after that home run by Bregman. Ball game tied at 1. And the 2-1 to Happ. Fouled away. He got a pitch to hit. Despite losing the 2 in Texas, the Cubs have won 10 of their last 12. Trying to start a new streak here tonight. And the 2-2. Line down the right field line, foul. Sharply hit, but pulled foul.
That slider inside, it was a little up, maybe just below the belt. Ian hammered that ball, but just a touch out in front of it and hooked it foul.
And we do have an update. Again, I did not see the birth certificate, but Dylan Dingler's full name is Francis Dylan Dingler. Native of Ohio, played his college baseball at Ohio State and now with the Tigers.
Swinging a chopper foul right side.
Nobody calls him Francis?
Now you see why he goes by Dylan. See, it makes sense.
Now, is there an actual fruit called a dingleberry? You've all heard of them. Here comes the 2-2 pitch on the way. Taken high for a ball. And it's 3-2. Ron is saying, I don't think that there is such a fruit as dingleberry. I should get out more often. Here's a pitch down low, and Ian Happ draws the walk. It's a 1-out walk, and the batter's Seiya Suzuki.
A little trip to the mound, see if Suzuki can do a little damage here, as I think Holmes is mixing in a lot of sliders, but a little erratic with his pitches as Bregman got to that high fastball, and now Happer with some good swings. Cubs need to get back on track with their offense. Just good at bats. They were on such a roll for a while. This is an offense that can put a lot of pressure on the opposing defense.
It's one of the roles, I think, Ron, of being a team leader, though, to help your team break out of slumps like this.
Absolutely.
You always kind of lean to the veteran guys to put an end to such stuff. Bregman the homer, Happ has walked, and now Seiya Suzuki will take Down low for a ball. It's 1-0. Lights are on here at Truist Park in Atlanta. But still plenty of daylight left on this gorgeous spring night in Georgia. Way outside for a ball. Now you've seen Holmes walk a batter. He gave up the homer, then a walk, and now he's missed 2-0. Sometimes a home run will rattle a guy.
Absolutely. And Suzuki's been a hot hitter all season with 7 bombs.
Fastball away. Do you green light him here, Ron?
I say yes, but I think a lot of times for hitters, that's kind of how they feel. I always, if I felt like a guy was around the plate enough, I liked swinging on 3-0.
He's taking ball 4. It looked like he may have had the green light. Back-to-back walks following the home run. That will get the Brave bullpen started way out beyond the right center field fence. Michael Busch, the batter, and all of a sudden this feels like a very key at-bat early in the game.
Yeah, I would agree, and I think also, when you look at this game now, 67 pitches in for Holmes, but the Atlanta bullpen has been very good. So the one thing for Walt Weiss, you probably don't want to take a chance in giving up, 2 or 3 runs here quickly, and then, having the Cubs get a pretty good lead. So he isn't going to take any chances. He's got someone warming up.
Busch, a left-handed batter. This is a good park for a left-handed pull hitter with power. 325 down the line. Busch will lay off a high fastball, 2-0. Now the wall in the corner run is 16 feet high, and that extends all the way out to deep right center, but it's reachable. 375 to the alley. It's 2-0 on Busch. He takes inside, 3-0.
Yeah, it's a good take there by Michael.
Taking all the way
I think so, yeah. I don't think, Holmes is struggling throwing strikes. That last slider on 2-0 he threw was way down and in.
Runners take very conservative leads on 3-0. And Busch taking high ball 4. Okay, let's see if the pitcher will stay in the game first. And Moises Ballesteros coming up after 3 consecutive walks, which followed the home run by Alex Bregman. And all of a sudden, this is a turning point in this ball game right now. You feel that way?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking down at the Braves dugout, Walt Weiss. You could tell.
Ballesteros takes low and inside. He's missing by a wide margin. Are you taking here?
Yeah,
for Moises?
Absolutely. He hasn't thrown a strike in 5, 6, 7 pitches in a row. I would not be swinging. I'd make him throw some strikes.
Walks the Cubs batter, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Speeding in a work zone is like arguing with the ump. A no-win. Mind the signs, avoid the fines. Swinging and fouling it away is Moises Ballesteros. Did he miss a sign or?
No, I think, there's no sign when you get to this count, but he does swing at a high fastball. That would have been a ball up out of the zone.
1 ball, 1 strike. Infield back. Bases loaded. Tie game. Moises takes down low. Ball 2. 2-1. Braves fans, you can sense their restlessness as they watch the festivities. Runners lead at every station. The pitch to Moises. Bounded up the middle. Gloved by the shortstop. Throws to second. They get 1, and the throw to first. Not in time. Not in time. Albies did all he could to try to turn that double play. A good stop by Kim. He shoveled it, but no chance to get 2 as Ballesteros beats the relay, and the Cubs take a 2-1 lead. It's a fielder's choice, 6-4 on the putout at second. Scoring on the play is Ian Happ, and the Cubs have a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, very nice play up the middle by the defense of the Braves. Kim makes his catch, and Ballesteros has to leg this out. It ends up looking like a base hit, and they turn it almost into a double play. There's two groups of middle infielders in this game that are both really good.
Dansby Swanson, the batter, the former Brave, with men at first and third, 2 down. Dansby swings and fouls it back. Now you always think, Ron, at least I do, about the fatigue factor within the certain inning. In this one inning, he's probably around 25, maybe 28 pitches.
I would agree. During that streak that the Cubs had, is where they got the big hit. See if Dansby can come up with one.
Swanson will check his swing and take a strike. Dansby didn't like the call. He thought it might have been a little bit outside. No challenges left for the Cubs, remember.
Yeah, borderline down and away.
The stretch by the right-hander. The runner at first goes. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that ends the inning. The Cubs get a homer from Bregman and a run-scoring fielder's choice bouncer by Ballesteros. So they score twice. And in the middle of the 4th inning, it's the Cubs 2 and the Braves 1. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is...
A fabulous diving play to his left by Jazz Chisholm.
Sinking, Martin dives and makes a great play.
That's finishing a play. That's not giving up on a play right there. Great job by the young second baseman.
Abinay Michael Conforto leaps against the wall and makes the catch. Oh, a great play by Dane Myers.
Sosuna with a good reaction. The ball will find you.
Long hop running underneath it. Mayo's got it. Jump throw onto first. In time to get the speed of Ruiz.
Running out of
room. He got it. Leaping at the wall.
Jacob Young sprinting in. Throw right on the money.
Off his back foot, throws a strike to first. What a play by Jeff McNeil.
What a play. And the Rays defense ends the inning.
Nice snag by Berger. Good throw to first, and Gord gets there ahead of Schumann.
Has room, and he makes the play.
On the run is Bellinger, and he makes the play.
He's so athletic. You see him make this catch pretty easy.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions.
Mayor.
The Score and the Cubs are once again teaming up for the 24-hour Cubs for a Cure Radiothon starting on Thursday, May 21st on 104.3 The Score. 100% of the proceeds benefiting Brain Up for cancer research. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. For the Braves in this inning, Matt Olson, their big slugger so far this year with 14 home runs. Left-handed batter, holds that bat well out in front of his body. And the first pitch from Colin Ray is a strike. Cubs lead 2-1. The first inning after your team has just given you the lead is always a big inning for any pitcher. You want to hold on to that lead. Here's the pitch down low and the count 1-1. Alex Bregman with a home run. And then 3 walks and a fielder's choice bouncer by Ballesteros giving the Cubs the lead. There's a big chop to a charging Horner at second. He'll glove it. Underhand flip to first in time. Nico very aggressive, charging that bouncer. 1 away, and the batter now is Michael Harris.
3 1/3 innings for Colin Ray, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outs on the ground. That's very good for Colin, continuing to get the ground ball.
Harris lines one, base hit to center. Over the head of Dansby Swanson. It's a 1-out single. And Harris with those lime-colored shoes will take his lead at first base as Mauricio Dubon is the batter.
First out in the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. Now, would you ever wear shoes that colored, Patrick?
Sure. You mean again? Dubon the batter. And the pitch to Mauricio is in there for a strike. I don't think I've worn shoes exactly that color, but back in the day, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe something similar. How about you?
I have had lime green shoes.
Tossed it first, they picked him off. First base umpire Sean Barber ruling that the runner, Harris, got picked off. The throw into the runner, as soon as Bush caught it, he was applying the tag. Braves are not going to challenge it.
He's out at first base.
Boy, what a pickoff move by Colin Ray. Wow.
Great move as Harris's feet started shuffling towards second a little bit, and the throw into the runner, which helps Michael Bush catch and just tag all at the same time.
So 2 down, nobody on. Mauricio Dubon will foul it away, 0-2.
That's a big out.
Dubon bounced out his first time. And the next offering. Swing and a foul back. 3 straight night games here in Georgia between these two teams. Told you tomorrow night, Shota Imanaga against J.R. Ritchie. Ben Brown against Chris Sale, last year's Cy Young winner, on Wednesday night or Thursday night.
So long since we had an off day, it's like the days just keep churning along.
Yeah. It's nice having a day off yesterday.
Oh, absolutely.
Cubs are on the south side to play the White Sox this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Finally, the Cubs will get home to take on Milwaukee at Wrigley Field starting next Monday night. First meetings of the year against them. And then Houston comes in next weekend. So go to Cubs.com for ticket info. Always a little extra spice when you're playing teams in your division, especially teams that could be a contender right along with you. Here comes the 0-1 to Dubon. Low and outside.
Well, we're in that second week of May, and we have not played St. Louis yet. We have not played Milwaukee yet. And that's what you're looking at. Come to play in October, you're going to have to go through those groups.
Bouncing ball right side. Tough play for Nico. Long run. Gets it. Throws to first to get him. Beautiful footwork and just athleticism to make that play look easy. It was not easy. Excellent play by Nico. Score that one 4-3. We go to the 5th inning. It's the Cubs 2 and the Braves 1.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to beat a judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
A little steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
Is it straight protein?
Yeah.
Yes, Scooter, you made the phrase, holy cow, popular. So, at this time, Scooter, your friends have decided to present you with your own holy cow. I'm not sure that was rehearsed beforehand.
Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Top of the 5th here in Atlanta, the opener of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Braves, and it's the Cubs with a 2-1 lead over the Braves. Atlanta's got a new pitcher on the mound. Right-hander Didier Fuentes takes over, 21 years old, 1-0 this season. This is game number 7 for him. He's got a 4.26 ERA. Pete Crow Armstrong, Nico Horner, and Michael Conforto due up for the Cubs here in their half of the 5th inning. Crow Armstrong, left-handed batter against the right-hander Fuentes, who works his motion and deals, and PCA pounds one on the ground, foul off to the right, 0-1 the count. Cubs took the lead in the 4th. They scored twice. Alex Bregman, a solo shot. And the go-ahead run coming via an RBI by Moises Ballesteros. Here's the pitch. Crow Armstrong looks at a ball low. The count is 1-1.
And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Crow Armstrong swings and misses at a blazing 98-mile-per-hour fastball from Fuentes. 1-2. And with 2 strikes, the third baseman Riley drops back. The next pitch off the outside and a little high, 2-2.
Good take by Pete. That was a fastball, just missed the outside corner.
Fuentes faces home plate, glove in front of the face. Now he rocks back and deals. Outside. PCA has worked a full count. That was a fastball that missed. Crow Armstrong struck out swinging his first time up. Hitting at 243. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As Fuentes zips a fastball by Crow Armstrong. 1 away.
All opponents' pitching changes sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs. Leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com.
Grand Holmes started, went the first 4 innings. Nico Horner at the plate and looks at a ball off the outside. 1-0 the count. Holmes charged with 2 runs on 1 hit, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. The pitch. Nico looks at a ball up high off the outside. 2-0. Nico's 0 for 2, a ground out and a flyout. The pitch. Called strike. Another fastball from Fuentes. This one at 98 mph. 2-1 the count. Now the 2-1. High and outside.
Nico's had a pretty good look in this at bat. Seems to me he's trying to quiet things down a little bit with his body so he sees the ball maybe a little better. Should put a good swing on this one.
The pitch. Nico fouls it back off the screen. Another fastball.
Boy, he did too. He took a big rip at that heater and just fouled it straight back.
Warner calls time, steps out of the box, adjusts his white batting gloves, takes a look at his bat, and now digs in. Right-handed batter stands deep in the box, hits out of a crouch. Fuentes delivers. Inside, ball 4. And Horner draws a 1-out walk here in the top of the 5th with the Cubs up 2-1.
Good AB by Nico, and now let's see if the Cubs can push across another run or 2 here in this 5th inning.
Walks of Cubs batters sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com as Michael Conforto digs in. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Fuentes. 1 down, Horner at first base, being held on by Olsen. The pitch. In there for a strike, a fastball from Fuentes. 0-1 on Conforto. Speeding in a work zone is like arguing with the ump. A no-win. Mind the signs, avoid the fines. Conforto 0 for 2 with a couple of swinging strikeouts. Cubs' hottest hitter entering play today. The pitch. And a line drive hit to right. It's playable for Yastrzemski, who comes in and makes the catch. So 2 away as Conforto is retired. Conforto entered play hitting better than 400 over his last 7 games, but now 0 for 3. And here comes Alex Bregman.
Now he got good one on that one. Just line drive, just right at Yastrzemski and right.
Bregman homered his last time up. Solo shot to left. A long set by Fuentes. And a throw to first. Nico gets back standing up. Fuentes now working from the stretch along the third base side of the rubber. Takes a peek at first. That's where Horner is, being held on by Olsen. Bregman waits. A long set. Now the pitch. Called strike, fastball, 98 miles per hour. Right at the bottom of the zone along the inside edge. 0-1 the count. big hole on the right side of the infield with Olsen holding on Horner, and Albies up the middle to the right of second. The pitch way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sun beginning to set here in Atlanta. Very comfortable evening here in Georgia. Temperature right around 70 degrees at first pitch. The 1-1. Low and outside. 2 balls and a strike to count with Bregman in the box.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than the weather we've had. Yesterday a little overcast, but still beautiful day. Beautiful day here today in Atlanta.
Short sleeve weather. You got to love it. The 2-1. Bregman lines one. It's caught on a hop by the shortstop, Kim, for out number 3 as he tosses to second. Did he catch that sinking line drive in the air? Nope. The toss to second was enough for the force, and that ends.
What a catch by Young. Wow. A fabulous diving play to his left by Jazz Chisholm.
Sinking. Martin dives and makes a great play.
That's finishing a play. That's not giving up on a play right there. Great job by the young second baseman.
Avene Michael Conforto leaps against the wall and makes the catch. Oh, a great play by Dane Myers.
Sosuna with a good reaction. The ball will find you.
Long hop running underneath it. Mayo's got it. Jump throw onto first. In time to get the speed of Ruiz.
Running out of
room. He got it. Leaping at the wall.
Jacob Young sprinting in. Throw right on the money.
Off his back foot, throws a strike to first. What a play by Jeff McNeil.
What a play. And the Rays defense ends the inning.
Nice snag by Berger. Good throw to first, and Gord gets there ahead of Schumann.
Has room, and he makes the play.
On the run is Bellinger, and he makes the play. He's so athletic. You see him make this catch pretty easy.
Let's see how the big fastball for Miz works out.
Struck him out. Another fastball.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Always the big question is, how does somebody recover after their first start? You got all the jitters out after opening day.
I think he's back.
Still bringing some serious heat.
He's already got 3 over 100 today.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 101, and Mizorowski's got the juice working here this afternoon at American Family Field. Couple of Ks and a perfect first for Miz.
Airline of your Chicago Cubs. And you can bet your sweet Cubbies we fly to their away games. Hint, hint.
For a limited time, you can purchase an ALS t-shirt at ivyshop.com. All proceeds benefit Project Main Street, a nonprofit dedicated to assisting those living with ALS. Head over to Ivy Shop now to get yours. Last of the 5th here in Atlanta. Cubs with a 2-1 lead over the Braves. Austin Riley, the third baseman, will dig in. Powerful right-handed batter against Colin Ray, the Cubs right-hander who works on the first base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. And a high fly ball hit to deep left field. Happ goes back at the track near the wall, looks up. Tie ball game.
Now you got to hit it a long way to that left center area. It's 385 to left center, but it really plays a lot deeper than that even. Riley hits this ball a long way, very high towering shot. And it reaches about the 3rd or 4th row in the left field seats.
A 409-foot blast, exit velocity 107 miles per hour on that shot by Riley. 2-2 game. Cubs and Braves here in the bottom of the 5th. Still no one out. Dominic Smith at the plate. The pitch. Line drive over a leaping Bregman in a left field for a base hit. That's Smith's second hit of the ball game.
Well, now you know why Smith is hitting over 300. You know, he's able to cover the pitch away. He's not just, up there hacking away. He's covered 2 pitches, backdoor hooks from Colin Ray. One he hooked into right center and covered it well. That one he let carry a little deeper and used the other side of the field. 2 line drives, 2 base hits for Smith.
Smith represents the go-ahead run for Atlanta at first base, being held on by Bush. Ha-Seong Kim at the plate. Right-handed batter. Ray deals. And Kim looks at a fastball high and outside. 1-0 the count. Riley hit a bomb his first time up. That was caught at the center field wall by Pete Crow Armstrong. Just a remarkable catch. The pitch popped up on the infield, left side, foul territory in front of the coach's box. Bregman's got a play. He makes the catch. One away.
Good pitch to get the pop-up of Kim. First out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that.
So 1 on, 1 out for the Braves here in the bottom of the fifth. The batter is Mike Yastrzemski, who had a ribby single his first time up. Smith at first. Bregman playing in at third. The pitch is low. 1-0.
Here's where you need that ground ball.
Ray peers in, acknowledges the sign from Ballesteros, straightens up, sets at the belt. And the 1-0. In their first strike, a cutter that dipped into the zone, 1-1. Ray taking his time with Smith at first base. Here's the pitch. High and outside to Yastrzemski. 2-1. Yastrzemski now hitting at .207 on the year. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Ray. The 2-1. Called strike. Slider. That just nipped the outside portion of the plate.
Yeah, that's a great pitch. That little backdoor bender. You can't cover that as a hitter, really, unless you're looking for it. It starts out off the plate away and just comes back to the outside corner.
And right at the bottom of the zone. 2-2. And with 2 strikes, Bregman drops back. Cubs are not guarding third base, so Bregman playing where shortstop normally would. Swanson up the middle to the left of the second base bag. Ray deals. Yastrzemski looks at a ball low and outside. He's worked a full count.
Smith at first base, and they see if they get him in motion, trying to stay out of the double play. Ray gets about 50% of his outs on ground ball.
Ray's ready. Here's the pitch. Foul back by Yastrzemski. Count remains 3-2. They've started the wave, and it's rippling through Truist Park here in Atlanta. Smith extends his lead off of first. The 3-2. Yastrzemski, it's a high fly ball, deep right. Suzuki goes back at the track near the wall, looks up. Braves lead. 2-run home run, Mike Yastrzemski. It's now 4-2 Atlanta here in the fifth.
A couple bombs here in this inning, the fifth, for Atlanta. And, you know, coming into this game, they've been a very hot offense. But it hasn't been the top of the lineup that's done the damage. It's been the bottom. Yastrzemski hitting ninth. Got a slider, a little hanging slider inside, and he didn't miss it. So he hits a high towering home run.
A 380-foot drive to right for Mike Yastrzemski. He's having a big night. 2 hits, 3 RBIs, including that 2-run home run moments ago to put Atlanta back on top. 4-2 Braves here in the fifth inning. Only 1 away. Cubs pitching coach Tommy Hottaby on the mound, having a conversation with Ray. The left side of the infield is joined in, as has catcher Moises Ballesteros, and home plate umpire Tyler Jones breaks up the mound meeting. Wants to get the game moving along. Braves entered play with the top record of the National League. Cubs number 2. Atlanta at 28-13. Cubs 27-14. Drake Baldwin at the plate. He drills one deep right. Suzuki going back. He leaps it. Bangs off the wall. Baldwin on his way to second base. Ball loose in right, retrieved by Horner, who gets it back into the infield. And Ray's getting hit hard. Baldwin with a double.
Now Suzuki goes back. This ball's pulled in towards the corner. Not in the corner, but towards the corner. So Suzuki has to go hard towards the foul pole. And there's 2 different types of wall in right. There's brick on the top half, and fencing and padding in the bottom and hit the brick. As Suzuki got real close to the wall, the ball came all the way back towards the infield. Nico had to go all the way out in the right field to get that ball.
The dangerous Ozzie Albies at the plate. The pitch up high. 1-0 the count. Baldwin at second base. Braves up 4-2, just one away here in the fifth. The pitch. Albies looks at a ball low and inside. There's a splitter by Ray.
Ray at 73 pitches now in the 74 now in the ball game. This is the first inning where he's made some pitches he'd probably like to get back.
The next pitch in there for a strike. Slow moving breaking ball that floated into the zone. 2-1.
Pitch to Smith was a good pitch. He got Kim to pop out on a good inside fastball, but then he hung one to Yastrzemski.
The 2-1. Albies lines one down the left field line. Happ chasing over. This one bounces foul and into the stands.
Cubs catch a break there. That ball going down the line. There's no one going to catch it. And it missed the foul line by probably less than a foot. That would have been a ground rule double.
There's a slicing line drive there in the left field corner. 2-2 the count on Albies. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Ray. Big fifth inning so far for Atlanta. Braves have scored 3 times thanks to a pair of home runs. And Atlanta's got the lead 4-2. Baldwin at second base. Albies at the plate. Now Albies calls time, steps out of the box. Taps his shoes with his bat. Looks at it. And now digs in. Wide open stance from the left side against the right-hander Ray. The 2-2. Albies grounds it foul off to the right. Albies on the year hitting at .302. He's got 8 home runs, 25 RBIs. 2 of the very best second basemen in baseball in this game tonight. Albies and Horner. The 2-2 delivery. Pounded foul off the netting to the left by Albies. Emergency hack.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. He just was hoping after that swing it didn't go fair.
Here comes the 2-2 by Ray. Albies looks at a ball high and outside, so he's worked a full count. There's a fastball that missed. Just one away here in the bottom of the fifth. Baldwin at second base. Albies waits. The 3-2. That one misses outside. A curveball that wouldn't spin back into the zone. Ball 4, and Albies heads to first. Craig Counsell has seen enough. He's heading to the mound, and the Cubs are going to make a pitching change here in inning number 5. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Atlanta has scored 3 times here in this bottom of the fifth inning. The Braves lead the Cubs 4-2 and still threatening. Just one away, men at first and second. This is the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This
There's a shot deep to left, way back, kiss it, goodbye, home run for Andre Dawson. It's across the street, and the scramble is on.
And it looked like the mailman got it. Andre Dawson delivering the mail, and the mailman getting the baseball.
And you better not mess with the U.S. mail.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and
I wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
And the Braves still threatening, men at first and second. Again, just one away. Matt Olson due up, one of the top sluggers in the National League, hitting at .296 coming into play today with 14 home runs and 36 RBIs. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Rolison 3-0 with an ERA of 4 in 7 appearances for the Cubs this season. So a lefty-lefty matchup. Rolison checks second. That's where Baldwin is. Now the pitch. Olson looks at a slider for a strike. 0-1.
And you got to make some good pitches with the slider. Olson took that one looking all the way. Now he's going to be sitting slider, I got to believe. So you got to make some pitches away and get it down.
The pitch. Fouled out of play. Second deck off to the left. 0-2. Another slider.
Well, that was in a hittable spot. Olson was just a little tardy.
Rolison peers in. Acknowledges the sign from Ballesteros. Straightens up. Sets at the belt. Looks at second. Works his motion. Here's the 0-2. Low. Missed with a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Baldwin at second, Albies at first. 1-2 the count on the powerful Matt Olson. Rolison delivers. Breaking ball, one hop off the glove of Bush in the right field for a base hit. Around third, and racing home is Baldwin. He scores as the throw is cut off. And it's now 5-2 Atlanta. Matt Olson with an RBI single, stopping at third base, Albies.
You know, that's 3 sliders that Olson had seen in that at bat. This last one stays inner half, and he hammers this ball at Bushy. Michael with this one hop top spinner. It's a tough one to get even leather on, and it hits off the edge of his glove and goes into right field.
5-2 Atlanta. Just one away, men at the corners. The cleanup man, Michael Harris II at the plate. Left-handed hitter. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball from Rolison, 0-1. Harris is 1 for 2 tonight with a single. Open stance from the left side, uses a toe tap. Here's the 0-1. Called strike, fastball on the outside edge, 0-2.
Well, I like that, back-to-back heaters. You know these Braves left-handed hitters are going to sit slider against Rolison, and he's zipped 2 heaters in there. That's good. Good calls by Ballesteros.
The 0-2 in the dirt, blocked by Ballesteros. Runners stay where they are. Albies at third, Olson at first. Greg Counsell telling us in the manager's show that Miguel Amaya is available for pinch hitting duty tonight after missing the series in Texas with a bad back. Ballesteros behind the plate tonight. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As Rolison gets Harris with a fastball, 2 away.
Now that at bat, everything flipped over, right? So a lot of sliders to Olson, and he ended up hammering the last one. This at bat, 3 fastballs, 1 slider, and you get the punch out. That's good recovery by Ballesteros in the pitch calling.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Mauricio Dubon at the plate. The pitch. Low and inside. Check swing. On appeal, no swing, says Sean Barber, the first base umpire. So the count is 1-0 on Dubon. A right-handed batter stands deep in the box, hits out of a crouch, and uses a toe tap. Runners at the corners, 2 away. A throw to first, and they pick off Olson. Tag applied by Bush. Caught him leaning towards second. Let's wait to see if Walt Weiss decides to challenge this.
He's going to be out at first. This throw beats him by quite a bit. Yep.
And the Braves will not challenge. Huge pickoff by Rolison. And that ends an ugly 5th inning for the Cubs. Braves score 4 times to take the lead. 5-2 Atlanta as we head to inning number 6 on The Score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for some Cubs.
Welcome to the Jacob Young world.
That looked ticketed for right field.
Steer giving up the body.
Leaps up and makes the catch.
for the out.
He makes a sliding play.
It's run down by Perkins.
Cody Young, a possible game-saving play. Very fine play. Jordan Beck.
Freeland made a marvelous catch and stopped that ball from airmailing into center field.
Durant's throw is in time.
This was beautiful. Dives and he made the catch. What a play by Tyrone Taylor.
That was something that you will only see the best to ever do it, Paula.
And top shelf for Perdomo.
This is textbook. This is that throw to the second base side of the bag. That throw is there on purpose, so you can do that.
And O'Hearn jumps up and makes the catch. That's Brian O'Hearn.
And he's got it. Holding into the wall.
Does he have it? He does! What a catch by Eli White!
He didn't even look to see where the wall was. He was going to catch that baseball.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is pioneering treatments for the toughest conditions. Incredibly, Phil was walking just days after surgery.
As Phil's nurse, I'm proud to be on a team that's changing lives.
Northwestern Medicine, better.
Cubs fans, it's Pat Hughes. To ensure that your business goals get across home plate, consider relocating to the Village of Bedford Park. Learn more at villageofbedfordpark.com.
Ian Happ is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on Deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Pat?
Okay, Zach. Cubs batting in the 6th inning. Down by 3. Ian Happ is going to lead it off. Happ 0 for 1. He will take, excuse me, take the first pitch for a ball. It's being challenged.
Yeah, it's a high breaking ball, I believe, and they're going to challenge it. See where this pitch is, and no, it's
overturned. Atlanta has 2 challenges remaining.
And that ball strike challenge is sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
Happer will get back in the box with a 1-0 count. This pitch misses wide, counts 1-1 to Ian. Just getting dark now here in Atlanta.
Happ has lined out and walked. Here's the pitch to Ian, a swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Cubs with only 1 hit in the game. It was a home run by Bregman in the 4th. They've had chances to score more than the 1 or more than the 2 as Happ strikes out again. Before Suzuki bats, let's pause 10 for ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on The Score. Middays with Rahimi Harrison Grody. 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score, WSCR, WSCR FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Now Suzuki will come up with 1 out here in the 6th now. 5-2 Atlanta. First pitch to Suzuki, hit high and deep to center. Harris going back and right in front of the track. He stops and pulls this one in.
2 down in the inning, and Michael Busch the batter. Busch has drawn a couple of walks. Both teams are in their bullpens by now. 5-2 Atlanta here in the 6th. 2 down, nobody on. And the pitch wrapped on the ground to second. 1 hop to Albies. He'll make the play to first. Cubs do nothing in the 6th. We go to the bottom half. Braves 5, Cubs 2. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of...
Friedel going back, and he's got it. Dropped it. You have to catch that ball. You have to.
You can't come to the game with that, and you can't do that.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
pouring dirt into Ozzie Albies' glove. And I'm telling you, man, he's got almost half the infield in there.
Well, you look, he wants to throw to second, but he can't get it out. Why? Because he's stuck in the web.
That is a very odd play, and they've just brought a new glove out for Shonowell.
Barger's got to go back a couple of steps, makes the catch. The throw to the plate. Got him! What a cannon from Addison Barger.
This one's got a chance again. Gone! 2 home runs for Alec Bohm. 2 more RBIs. He's having himself a night.
Strider, 6 innings, shutout, 1 hit.
Strider with 8 strikeouts.
It's been with a lot of confidence. He's trusting his stuff.
On his 98th pitch of the night, gives him 9 strikeouts and 6 really great innings of work for Tanner Bibee.
Played poorly off the sidewall by Carpenter. How far will Bobby go? He is in there!
Inside the park home run from Junior.
It's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yuengling, the next generation light beer. Cubs down by 3, Atlanta with a couple bombs in the 5th, partner. That, you know, that's one of the things about this ball club. You know, we knew coming into this series they can strike fast, and you know, a couple hanging breaking balls, and all of a sudden they put up a 4 spot.
Home runs by Austin Riley and Mike Yastrzemski in that 4-run rally in the 5th. And now Ryan Rollison will try to keep the deficit at 5-2 as he goes to work in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch hit on the ground to third off the bat of Dubon, fielded by Bregman. The toss across in time, and that's out number 1.
Good start, little routine ground ball to third. Speaking of third, Bregman, his last 2 at bats, a homer and an absolute line-out bullet to short. He's the guy that the Cubs need to get heated up, and he looks good swinging the bat tonight.
Riley flying to the warning track in center and then homered to left. Riley hitting just .213 at game time, but this guy has had some good stretches of hot hitting in his career. He swings and misses, nothing in 2.
You think in this ball game, the ball Pete Armstrong made one of the best catches you're going to see in right center, crashing against the wall in right center, and he homered to left center.
1 away, nobody on. The pitch way outside. Ballesteros, the catcher, couldn't even get a glove on that ball. A ball and 2 strikes. The lights have taken full effect now at Truist Park here in Atlanta. Gentle breeze blowing. It was 71 at game time. It's probably in the 60s, 67 or 68. Perfect spring night for a game. And now the 2-2 from Rollison to Riley. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, threw it right by him. Pretty good fastball, and that's out number 2. And the batter now is Dominic Smith.
A 95-mile-an-hour heater. There are a couple off-speed pitches in this, just a 4-seam bullet right past him. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored. They're brought to you by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
The Pirates are leading Colorado 3-0. That game is in Pittsburgh in the 3rd. Swinging a foul back off the bat of Dominic Smith. Smith has singled twice and scored twice. Left-handed hitter hitting .346. He hits a looper into shallow left. Coming in is Happ. That's another base hit. Smith is now 3 for 3 with a bloop single the other way to left.
Line drive to right center, line drive to left center. Now this one jams him. Inside breaking ball, and he just kind of fists this ball out towards left. Ian got a good break on it, but just kind of hit in no man's land. Nothing he could do.
2 outs, a man at first. Cubs trail 5-2. Cubs being out hit 9-1. First pitch to Ha-Sung Kim, missing. Kim was grounded out a couple of times. He was robbed on a very good play by Nico Horner his first time. Here comes the 1-0. Kim will look at a ball down low and in. 2-0.
First out in this inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Rollison trying to keep the Cubs within range as they trail 5-2. Bottom of inning number 6. 2 balls and a strike now on Ha-Sung Kim. Bush holding the runner at first. Short lead by Smith. And the next offering missing low and inside, and now it's 3-1. Cubs were 4-2 against Atlanta a year ago, winning 2 of 3 both here and at Wrigley. Here's a pitch off the inside corner, ball 4. Rollison got the first 2, but now a single and a walk, and he's in a bit of a jam. Take a look at some baseball history notes as we move along. The catcher Ballesteros out to see about Rollison. This date in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park.
Going to have a pinch hitter in the ball game, I do believe, for Atlanta.
Jose Azocar is the pinch batter. This is a big day for Ernie Banks. 1970, he made a milestone, achieved a milestone, hitting his 500th career home run against the Braves. Pat Jarvis. First pitch to Azocar is in there for a strike.
Line drive bullet to left, about second row.
1970. Do you remember watching? You'd have been a little guy.
I did watch it, though.
Old.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. Yeah.
There's a bouncer foul.
And I remember, you know, we've seen this call a bunch of Jack Brickhouse's call of the line drive home run.
I remember sitting next to Ron Santo for all those years. We were partners, and whenever that video would come up, he would say that was a very typical home run of Ernie Banks. He didn't hit a lot of tape measure homers, just a lot of line drives that landed in the first or second row.
Yeah.
Fastball is high, and the count now 1-2. Mr. Cub. I mentioned 4 people many times when I think about the World Series, people who would have loved to have been alive for the World Series. Ron Santo and Ernie Banks are right at the top of the list. Harry Carey and Jack Brickhouse on the list also, among millions of others. Bouncer to third, charging as Bregman gloves it, running throw to first in time, and that ends the inning. We go to inning number 7. Cubs need a rally. It's the Braves 5. And
Barger's got to go back a couple of steps, makes the catch. The throw to the plate. Got him! What a cannon from Addison Barger.
This one's got a chance again. Gone! 2 home runs for Alec Bohm. 2 more RBIs. He's having himself a night.
Strider, 6 innings, shutout, 1 hit.
Strider with 8 strikeouts.
It's been with a lot of confidence. He's trusting his stuff.
On his 98th pitch of the night, gives him 9 strikeouts in 6 really great innings of work for Tanner Bibee.
Played poorly off the sidewall by Carpenter. How far will Bobby go? He is in there.
Inside the park home run from Junior.
Fly ball in foul territory. Mike Felder was there, but could not hold on to the ball. Like he had it.
There's the ball there, and then that ball comes out of somebody's glove in the stands.
See, he thought the ball at his feet
was the ball in play.
Was the ball in play? He did, and he slapped his own glove, thinking he had missed the catch when in essence he had it.
That is weird. That is a very weird play, and I don't ever want to see it again.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Our versatile lineup is ready to ride. Visit your local Toyota dealer and save big. Toyota, let's go places.
Top of the 7th in Atlanta. It is the Braves 5 and the Cubs 2. The 7th inning is sponsored by the Volvo XC90. Room for everyone. Ready for wherever the road takes you. Pat?
All right, Zach. Cubs need some offense. As we go to the 7th inning, they're down by 3, 5-2. Moises Ballesteros drove in one of the Cub runs with a 4th inning fielder's choice bouncer. It'll be Bush, Ballesteros, and Swanson. Jose Azocar stays in the game in right field. So Yastrzemski is done for the night. Azocar in right. Ballesteros leading off the inning, and he'll take outside for ball 1. The only hit for the Cubs, a home run by Bregman in the 4th inning. They're going to need some more to win this game. Maybe like 5 or 6 more. Cubs in danger of losing their 3rd in a row. And now the 1-1 is a fastball down low. We've seen this team have big innings late in games already this season.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can do it again. 2-1, a swing and a miss, 2-2.
Pretty good running fastball there to Ballesteros.
There's a quote from Ernie Banks. I keep some quotes on this date in baseball history as well. I like this statement he made. I'll read it in a minute. The 2-2 outside. The riches of the game are in the thrills, not the money. Ernie Banks. Here comes the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Ballesteros taking a fastball in the strike zone, something you rarely see from him. And it's out number 1.
Yeah, it was a fastball away, just a little above the knees. Good pitch. Ballesteros had to be looking for some kind of breaking pitch.
Here's Dansby Swanson batting. 1 away, nobody on. 7th inning. Ground ball wide of 3rd, gloved by Riley, and the throw to first in time, and that's out number 2. Now here's a baseball history note. 1955. You talk about a tough decision for a manager. The Cubs manager was Stan Hack.
Yeah.
Sam Toothpick Jones walked the bases loaded in the top of the 9th inning, and the lead was 4-0. Here is a pop-up foul and out of play. So here's a guy working on a no-hitter, and he walks the bases loaded. Now that's a tough decision for a manager to make. You're trying to win baseball games, but you'd love to see this kid get a no-hitter.
Right.
So you've got a big case of mixed feelings. Well, he stayed with Sam Toothpick Jones. There is a strike, and Toothpick struck out Dick Grote, Roberto Clemente, and Frank Thomas to preserve his 4-0 no-hitter against the Pirates.
Wow, how about that?
Small crowd at Wrigley. Almost hard to believe. Only 2,918.
Really?
This is 1955.
Wow.
Cubs had some lean years at that time. But it was the first ever no-hitter thrown by an African-American in Major League history. A little pop up to 3rd, running in to catch it is Riley, and that ends the inning. Pete Crow Armstrong pops out. Cubs do nothing in the 7th. We go to the bottom half. It's the Braves 5 and the Cubs 2.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998, Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, he's out. Yes, sir. Is out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
That's an owl, in case you're wondering. That's one of the few fans who looks at Canseco and says, "Cool." What are they going to do? Expect him to pick up a baseball? Oh, poor baby.
You know, I did read it a year ago.
Yes.
Canseco absolutely loves animals.
Durwood Merrill.
Not away, Durwood.
Leave a little opening at the top, guys.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit benjaminmoore.com today.
All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. Bottom of inning number 7. Braves have the top of the order up. Drake Baldwin, Ozzie Albies, and Matt Olson against Jacob Webb. Two Cubs right-hander ready to go to work. Webb always works out of the stretch. Cubs pitching change. And that sparks a reminder as the first pitch to Baldwin is swung on and missed. Cubs pitching change is brought to you by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Baldwin has a hit in 3 at-bats. He swings away and fouls it away. We should be getting the attendance figure here soon.
I think we just got it, partner. 38,342.
All right, the next offering bounced to the left side, fielded by Bregman. He'll make the play to first in time. And that's out number 1. Score that one 5-3. The batter is Ozzie Albies.
Good pitch by Webb to get the ground ball. 7th inning, sponsored by Volvo XC90. Room for everyone, ready for wherever the road takes you.
And Ron, you were the closest in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Guess you were only off by about 150 fans. Swing and a miss by Ozzie Albies.
It's a big night for me.
Well, I know you'll try to control yourself.
Now, we were asked earlier today if we keep track of the records of, whether we win the attendance game or not. Chalk one up at a good guy spot.
So you secretly have been keeping track. Is that what you're trying to divulge here?
Not even a little bit, no.
Here's the 1-1, a swing and a miss by Albies. It is a fun game. Zach gets his share of wins. Most of them legally.
Yeah.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Ozzie Albies.
Sketchy.
Swing and a miss by Albies. And that is out number 1. What away in the batter. Let me correct that. I think this is 2 outs in the inning. It is. 2 down in the inning. And the batter, Matt Olson.
Good pitch by Webb. Good changeup. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
5-2 Atlanta, 7th inning. 2 down, nobody on. First pitch to Olson missing. Olsen drove in a run with a single back in the 5th inning. That was the big inning. A 4-run rally. It turned the game around. In there for a strike. Olsen thought that was low, and he's going to challenge that call by a home plate umpire, Tyler Jones.
ABS challenges, ball strike challenge, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Strike.
The call is confirmed. Atlanta has 1 challenge remaining.
It was called a strike, and it remains a strike as the video confirms that. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. The 1-1 from Webb to Olsen. He was trying to launch one that time and fouled it back.
A big swing on that fastball up. First out of the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price. For 5 years, Xfinity. Imagine that.
7th inning, 2 down, bases empty. Olsen will take a little bit low and away. Olsen now with 37 runs batted in, so he's on track to drive in well over 100. And the next pitch, poke foul, late swing, pretty good fastball.
Good location right up under the hands of Olsen.
Braves world champions. Once when Dansby Swanson played here with them, 2021. Liner to right, coming in is Suzuki to make the call and the catch. And that ends the inning. Jacob Webb works 1, 2, 3. It's on to the 8th inning. Getting late. Cubs need a rally. Braves 5, Cubs 2 on the score. And the Northwestern.
And there it is, a base hit to center field. It's an RBI single for Spencer Jones. His family loves it, and the Yankees are up 2-0.
And in the end, it was Jesus Rodriguez that came up with the money hit.
Take a look at what Jacob deGrom has done. 7 shutout innings for deGrom, 10 strikeouts. What a performance.
Nowhere to put Muncy. The pitch. Ripped to right, going back wide. He's on the warning track. He jumps, and he made the catch.
The play of the series.
2 outs in the 9th. Terang into center field. And there she goes! The Brewers get a walk-off on Mother's Day. And it is Terang.
Jammed and a little pop-up. Everybody's coming, but the pitcher wants it. Now he's going to give way.
What's he doing?
It's going to be dropped.
Keystone Cops on the infield for the Rockies.
Isbell's got to beat Iron Man battling the sun. He bobbles and recovers. That's a highlight tape and a heck of a catch.
That went straight lawn dart. It's in the ground. On guard. That's it.
See, it comes off that stool down there and makes a nice catch, a hot line drive.
And Vladdy's applauding.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Hardy Building Products siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Cubs down by 3, top of the 8th inning here in Atlanta. This 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars of the K. To donate your car today, Patrick.
Pitching change for Atlanta. Dylan Lee now on the mound. He's had a very good start to the year. Pitching changes by the opposition. Brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. Lee has been in 19 games. His ERA is under 1. And when you look at teams that have good records, and the Braves and Cubs are both in that category, invariably you're going to have 1 or 2 or 3 guys in the bullpen who've been lights out. Here's a little pop fly off the bat of Nico Horner on the infield. It's going to be caught by Ozzie Albies. And Nico is out number 1. They've got another guy by the name of Robert Suarez, 17 games run and a 0.53 ERA.
Yep, they've had some guys that have really off to some great starts to this year, you know, and that really, you know, then when you look at the game, it shortens the game for Walt Weiss. You know, when you've got, you know, 3 guys down there at the end of your bullpen that have been lights out, you know, you can mix and match. You can use one, not the other, you know, but it's been a tough go for hitters against Atlanta late in the game.
Matt Shaw pinch hitting for Michael Conforto. Craig Counsell going with the old percentage move of a right-handed batter up there to try to get a base hit against the southpaw. They count no balls and 2 strikes on Matt Shaw. 5-2, Braves lead. Top of inning number 8. 1 away, nobody on. Shaw bounces one to the shortstop. A charging Kim gloves it. Running throw to first gets him. By charging the ball, he got a fairly easy short hop and made a very nice looking play, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, Kim does a very good job playing shortstop with his legs, as we talk about that a lot with Dansby. You know, you create the hop that you want to catch, and Kim did a very nice job of rounding that ball and making a nice play.
Let's see if Bregman can keep the inning alive. When you're in the middle of the order, just keeping the inning alive might turn into a multi-run inning with guys behind you with power. And that's what the Cubs need right now. Let's see if Bregman can keep the inning alive as he takes a strike.
Doubles by Cubs batters tonight. They're sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenience. Southwest just makes sense.
Bregman drilled a home run back in the 4th inning, as he is 1 for 3. 2 balls and a strike on Alex Bregman. Please stay tuned for the toast of the game ball player. Fouled away by Bregman. Sponsored by Benny's Beverage Depot, and that's Ron Coomer's assignment to name the Benny's Beverage Depot toast of the game ball player. That's coming up in the 9th inning. Low to Bregman. The count runs full. He would gladly take a walk here.
Cubs need base runners.
Ian Happ is on deck. The lefty fires. Here's a ball drilled to deep left. If it's fair, it's going to be gone. That ball is just foul. Plenty of distance, but fouled by, I would say, no more than about 10 or 15 feet.
Yeah, Bregman crunches this ball going down the line, and it just hooks foul, but into the upper deck here in Atlanta. That's a long way.
Bregman lines one right to the third baseman, Riley. So one third baseman lines out to the other. Cubs do not score. They've managed only 1 hit through 8 innings.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards.
That's
because
awesome.
to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998, Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, he is. He's out. Yes, sir. He's out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, Take it. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Focus on you. Partner with the people in your corner today at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. The Nationals lead the Reds 9-2 now. Bottom of the 8th inning in Cincinnati. Dalen Lyle with a 3-run shot for Washington. Rays lead the Blue Jays 5-1. Bottom of the 7th inning in Toronto. Ryan Vilade, a solo home run for the Rays. Mets on top of the Tigers 6-2 now. Top of the 7th inning. Other action, the White Sox are leading the Royals 5-4 in the top of the 6th. The Twins a 3-0 lead over the Marlins last of the 7th inning. Ryan Jeffers a 2-run home run. The Brewers lead the Padres 6-3, top 6. Joey Ortiz with a solo shot for Milwaukee, his first home run of the year. The Rangers on top of the Diamondbacks 4-1 now, bottom of the 5th in Texas. Ezekiel Duran with a solo home run.
Trent Thornton, the new Cubs pitcher in this 8th inning. Fires high, Zach. What else?
Dominic Canzone with a grand slam for Seattle. Mariners 6, Astros 2. They are in the bottom of the 4th inning. And a few finals on the board.
Michael Harris, 2, hits a fly ball to left, shallow, playable. Angling over toward the line is Happ making a running catch. And that's going to be out number 1. What else you got, Zach?
Angel Martinez with a home run for Cleveland as the Guardians edge the Angels 3-2. The Yankees knock off the Orioles 6-2. Trent Grisham hit a 3-run home run for the Bronx Bombers. Pirates 3, Rockies 1. Paul Skeens now 6-2 with a 1.98 ERA. The Phillies edge the Red Sox 2-1. Kyle Schwarber with a solo shot, his 17th.
17 for Kyle. All right, Zach, thank you. Anything else?
Let's all play ball. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend coming up on June 5th through the 7th, encouraging youth everywhere to get out and play.
Fouled away again. Go ahead, Zach.
You can visit playball.org to register for a free event near you today.
Well, we can get a ball and a couple gloves. We can go play ball tomorrow and see if you're feeling that strong about it.
I'm all in.
It's nice to have options. 1 ball and 1 strike on Dubon. He takes a pitch low and away for a ball, 1-1. Do you still play catch with maybe nephews or?
Not if I can help it.
Neighbors? No, you.
It's the throwing thing. I can catch. It's the right shoulder, just not. Yeah.
2-1 pitch taken down low for a ball.
The last ball I threw was with you standing next to me on the mound at Wrigley Field when we threw out the first pitch for the 100th anniversary of the station, right?
I remember that well.
Of Cubs being on Cubs radio, right?
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's out number 2. Trent Thornton striking out Mauricio Dubon, and the batter is Austin Riley. I bet you're not the only ex-player who has a little bit of soreness in that shoulder.
No, yeah, all of us.
Right.
You do so much throwing through the years that the shoulders really take a beating.
Occupational hazard.
Yep, that's all right though.
It's worth it.
Yeah, 100%. It's. But he asks about the surgeries you have when you get done, and all that stuff. But when you're playing, you would do anything to stay on the field and play. That's just the way it is.
Austin Riley takes outside for a ball. Please stay tuned for Zach Zaidman's post-game show right after the ball game. Zach will have what few highlights there were. There might be some in the 9th inning. Here's a base hit into right. A roller between Corner and Bush on the right side, and Riley gets his second knock of the game.
Now Riley looks like a guy that's starting to heat up for this Braves ball club. hit a bullet that Pete Armstrong made an absolutely incredible catch early in the game against the wall. Homered to left and now singled to right. When a guy starts spraying the ball around and hitting the ball hard, that ball not hit hard, but starts spraying the ball around and can do it with some power, he's hitting heated up.
Dominic Smith lines a base hit to right center. He is 4 for 4 as the throw comes into second. Motoring to third on the play, Riley. Dominic Smith, 4 singles in 4 at-bats, and that will help the old batting average.
Nine hits from the 6th through 9th spot
right now. And the pitch, low and inside. Zach will have the post-game show for you a bit later on. Just getting started. Games 2 and 3 tomorrow night and Thursday night. Each game at 6:15 Central Time. Cubs will then fly home and not play at Wrigley, but they'll be home for the series on the south side against the White Sox this weekend. Now time called. Kim acting like maybe a speck of dust flew in his eye or something, kind of turned his head away quickly. Still kind of shaking his noggin. Here comes the 1-2. Kim, it's a bouncing ball right side. Tough play for Nico. Gloves it, running through to first to get him. Inning over. Braves don't score. Cubs need a rally as we go to the 9th inning. Atlanta 5, Cubs 2 on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Just foul. Whoa! Swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying. He says he's all right. It says, who needs a beverage?
I need
Look
my
at this.
beer. He wants a beer, guys.
I hope Todd remembers the safe word. You have become a legend. 2 dislocated shoulders and a broken clavicle. Not a problem. I want to go party with that guy.
Shea Langoliers, who's made the most noise in this game out of anyone. Shea drives it to deep center field. Varsho going back, still going as far as he can go. This game is tied. A crowd silencer in Toronto. A 2-homer game for Langoliers, and we are all evened up at 2.
Knotted in 2s, and Langoliers gets one center cut and unloads, just pummeling baseballs.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Top 9, Braves with a 5-2 lead over the Cubs. The 9th inning is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Pat?
All right, Zach, it's now or never. 5-2 Atlanta, top of the 9th inning. Raisel Iglesias, part of that strong Braves bullpen. This guy's been perfect. 10 games, 6 for 6 in saves. His ERA, 0. He's worked 10 2/3 innings and no runs against him. His first pitch here in the 9th inning is Ian Happ taking high for ball 1.
Hard thrower with very good movement on the fastball.
His next pitch in for a strike. He's walked 1 man run and struck out 14, so he's really been close to perfect early in the year, Raisel Iglesias. But every reliever will have some rough games. And let's see if one of those is waiting for him tonight.
Ian took that fastball, inner half. Strike two. Ian Happ's cleanup hitter, sponsored by Chicagoland's appliance leader, Grand Appliance. Get your all-star KitchenAid kitchen today at grandappliance.com.
Happ fouls it away. Got a pitch to hit on 1-2.
Cubs have not had a stolen base today, but Cubs stolen base is sponsored by Atturo, Chicago's hometown tire. Get called safe with Atturo tires. Find yours at Atturo.com.
Happ takes high for a ball, 2-2. Pitching changes by the opposition, brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs, a leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Happ takes inside, 3-2. He would gladly take a base on balls.
Yeah, Cubs need base runners, down 5-2 here in the ninth.
Suzuki on deck, and then Bush. Happ swings and misses, strike three. Changeup.
That's always been Iglesias' thing. He's got the good fastball, great arm action. But then with that little three-quarter delivery, that changeup comes out looking like a heater, and you just bottom drops out of it. Very good pitch.
Cubs have been limited to just one hit in the game. And we're in the ninth inning with one away. They only hit a home run by Bregman in the fourth. Seiya Suzuki takes a strike. Seiya struck out, walked, and flied to center. He hits a high pop-up. This is going to be out number 2. On the right side of the infield, the first baseman Olsen grabs it. And just like that, the Cubs are down to their last chance.
Now Michael Bush, he's walked twice and hit a bullet to Albies at second.
Bush needs to reach to keep the Cubs alive. First pitch to him is outside. Ron, who do you like for the Benny's Beverage Depot Toast of the Game ball player?
Well, I think we got to go with Bregman, right? Bregman was the only guy that got a hit so far in this game with 2 outs here in the ninth. He had a home run, a deep bomb to straight left. So Bregman will be our Toast of the Game ball player tonight.
And now the 0-1 to Bush. Strike 2 call. Iglesias all business, not messing around. Braves fans are on their feet. 38,000 plus. And the 1-2 hit in the air to center. Backing up is Harris near the track with room, makes the catch. And the Braves win game 1. The final 5-2, the Braves over the Cubs. We'll be back with more after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers and light beer? That's Flight by Yuengling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs and no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Man, with these Bosch lasers, I can knock out the job. You tell them, champ.